They're not the rich and famous. Their profit comes not from the thing they sell, but the good they do. But nonprofit organizations don't get the credit they deserve. Housing the homeless, feeding the hungry, spaying stray cats and dogs, showing kids how to dance and sing, preserving our landscapes and history, teaching literacy to folks both native and foreign-born, helping the adult with disabilities, and the struggling single mom. Nonprofits keep our community connected when all else fails, and we are proud to shine a spotlight on these life-giving organizations to give them more. That's right, buzz.
All right. Welcome to Buzz Live.
Welcome, welcome, everyone.
Thank you. I like to refer to this show as the Tonight Show for nonprofits. So thank you so much for being here. My name is Michael Hemphill. I am the creator and host of the TV show Buzz that airs Wednesday nights on Blue Ridge PBS, where we feature the great work that nonprofit organizations do.
Awesome, awesome. And I am Becky Freemal. I got to be on the pilot program many moons ago when he was beta testing this whole thing, and now he just can't get rid of me. But I am so happy to be here for this actual edition because I spent many hours struggling over finance, possibly, in the MBA program for Virginia Tech. We spent a lot of hours here up on the 7th floor, and I'm happy to say I graduated. Woo! I did the thing.
Yeah, so we are here at the Roanoke Higher Education Center, and I want to start with a couple of numbers thrown your way, all right? So, number one, we have the number 11. That's the number of member organizations and partner organizations such as Virginia Tech, along with Virginia Western Community College, Radford University, James Madison University, VCU, several different schools across the country, across the state, all come together and provide their programming here at the Roanoke Higher Education Center. So that's number 11. Number 100, well, 100 plus some. That's the number of degrees and programs that are offered here at the Roanoke Higher Education Center, from GEDs to PhDs. So fantastic. And then final number, 16,000. That is the number of people who have completed their degrees here at the Roanoke Higher Education Center since its founding in 2000. But there's one more number.
25.
25.
I took my quiz and I passed. See, I graduated. I can do finance.
So yes, so 25, that is the anniversary year that we are celebrating here in 2025 for the Roanoke Higher Education Center. And we're going to be talking about some festivities that are taking place to celebrate the 25th anniversary in tonight's show. So first off, who do we have?
I do. Dr. Tom McKean, right?
You do have Dr. Tom McKean, yes. Their original executive director of the Roanoke Higher Education Center. He is going to be on stage with us tonight.
I also want to talk about Dylan Dent. He is, the student coordinator, student services coordinator here at Roanoke Higher Education Center. But I'm going to throw out even more, a little mic drop for Dylan. He got NPR's Music Song of the Day this week, right?
This week.
I love it. I think that is so seriously cool.
Now, we also have Elizabeth Crandall,
yes,
who is in the Diagnostic Medical Sonography program here through the SOVA School of Health Professions. So we have Elizabeth here, who will be chatting with us, as well as Nick Schwartz, the Dean of School of Professional and Continuing Education from James Madison University, my daughter's alma mater.
I love it, I love it. Wearing the purple proudly too, I'm noticing that. We also have Dr. Kay Dunkley, the current Executive Director of the Roanoke Higher Ed Center. I tried to say that all at once, just called it RIER. Roanoke Higher Education Center.
and Board Chair Lynn Haith, who is the CEO and Vice Chairman of the Bank of Botetourt. So, welcome. We're looking forward to having all of you on stage. Now, tonight's show is not only being live streamed to Facebook and YouTube, but as I said earlier, it's also going to be broadcast in July on Blue Ridge PBS. And all of this just to promote the big 25th anniversary celebration taking place on August the 23rd. Right, Caitlin? August 23rd at Hotel Roanoke. More information about that at education.edu. First of all, how crazy is it that the Roanoke Higher Education Center has a domain name, education.edu?
I know, that is like,
Bravo.
was that you? Can we?
Bravo.
Yes, Dr. Tom McKeon, he did that one. I'm impressed
That's
with
right.
that.
So
That's a hard one to do.
25th anniversary celebration happening on August the 23rd. More information about that event at education.edu. And
I just want to say that I am so excited about this entire thing. And Caitlin, I can't imagine the job you have coming up for the August event, because tonight is super fun, but there's a lot of work to go into a big event like that. So I just want to hype you up and give Caitlin a round.
Caitlin Van Buskirk, everybody, Development Director.
Exactly. All right, so with that, I think we've got some video to show of some highlights of the first 25 years, because I'm sure there's many more to come.
Indeed. Rob.
The mission is really to fill the education gaps that exist in the region. In addition to those traditional education opportunities, our workforce development initiatives really help to strengthen the region's workforce.
The team that's been developed at the Roanoke Higher Education Center is a team that cares and they understand the Roanoke region and its needs. The Roanoke Higher Education Center has been an important partner for VCU. Having the nurse anesthesia program available in the Roanoke region, again, further just extends this top ranked high quality program.
Now more than ever, it is key to support the Roanoke Higher Education Center in its mission to provide safe, state-of-the-art spaces for members of our community to be able to further enhance their education and career priorities.
We're going to put the money to good use. We're going to make sure that it helps individuals. We're going to make sure that we're going to improve the quality of life of the citizens that attend classes here.
What I'm most excited about is the opportunity to provide new job skills, higher education for an individual to give them better opportunities for their lives, to better their life, to better their family's life.
From day one when I joined the board, I was just amazed again at the quality of education that the students are getting.
The Roanoke Higher Education Center is a jewel in this community. It responds to the needs of the people and to the academic areas of our region.
It is my honor and my privilege to steward support for the educational opportunities and the state-of-the-art facilities that the center brings to the Roanoke region. Thank you for your support.
I would love to introduce Dr. Tom McKeon to the stage. He is the former executive director of the Roanoke Higher Education Center. Tom, thanks for coming tonight.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
I can't wait to hear more from you. You know, my first question is talking about your vision, the vision you had when you were the executive director and you knew you were walking in these doors and you had to build this thing. What was your vision?
Well, just to take a little bit of a step back from that, the creation of the Higher Ed Center was a huge community-wide effort.
Let's pause for 1 second because that microphone is not working. So would you feel comfortable holding this microphone? Okay.
Good ears, man. I would have let you keep going. I can hear him. All right, so you just want me to start from welcome him to the stage?
No, he can jump right in.
Start with the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, when I first came here, I realized the kind of community effort it took to put the Higher Education Center together. It took a number of years, hundreds of people to get behind it and support it. Political, local government, state government, business and industry. And they had a vision. They had a vision for creating a higher education center to increase access to education and to have an impact on economic development. So that really was the vision for the center. My vision came out of that, and it was like the first board meeting I attended. They said, now, we all agree on the vision. You go out and make it happen.
Boards are great that way, aren't they?
Yeah. No small task.
No, not at all. But what a wonderful task. What a wonderful opportunity. When we started out, we had 16 colleges and universities, workforce training organizations. So it was a bit of herding cats at the outset. And we had this wonderful facility that we had to kind of get used to and figure out how to use it best. So.
Well, in this facility, we don't talk enough about it here. For those of you who are just tuning in, I mean, this is the former Norfolk and Western corporate office here in Roanoke, and it is a spectacular building.
It is.
It was thankful that we could repurpose it.
Right. It's a wonderful example of Art Deco architecture. This building was originally built about the same time as the Empire State Building in New York. Very similar in terms of architectural design. So It's been a jewel. It was, originally the headquarters of the railroad, sort of representing the industrial part of the growth of America. And very soon after we opened, it became an educational institution looking towards the future of Roanoke, and still connected to business and industry in the sense of bringing educational programs and training, really under one roof. We used to say, maybe we still say, that we have everything here from the GED to the PhD.
Yep.
And that's really been a major impact, and it's part of the joy I've had over the years in working with it.
And so unique. I mean, I know there had to have been 1,000 different highlights that were able to witness during your time with the Higher Ed Center. But is there one particular moment that kind of stands out?
I'm going to go rogue and say there really is not one.
Yeah.
There's two.
Okay.
The first one I really have to mention is the dedication of the center, which took place in November of 2000. We opened the center for classes in August of that year. We decided to get our feet on the ground a little bit before we actually had a dedication. And the dedication was just a time to celebrate what we accomplished in getting it going. But it was also a time to thank all the people in the community that had contributed so much in terms of support, again, politically, through the business community and so forth. So just reflecting back, that was a moment that goes, wow, we're here.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it.
The second one is when I retired, and I say that because as I retired, I began thinking back on things that happened here that were very significant. Among them, the development of a nursing simulation lab, the development of a testing center, and probably the one that trumps them all is the development of the Claude Moore Education Center and the making it available to the Virginia Western Community College for the culinary arts program. So those are kind of the things that you look back on and say, what a great opportunity to have been part of that.
Yeah.
I would love to take what Michael just asked you about what you saw within the four walls and broaden that to the bigger and broader community and talk about the impact you've seen over the years of what took place inside these four walls, how it impacted the greater community.
Well, I think Mike mentioned at the very beginning that we've served, people have finished programs here on an annual basis, and we've hit 16,000. So when you think about the number of people who've come through here, yourself included.
Yes, exactly.
My wife, my daughter participated in that MBA program. That it really has a huge impact. Also, from an economic standpoint, the center itself, its employees, its students, the institutions that are here continue to contribute to the economy locally, just of and by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I love it.
Very nice. So let me put you on the spot here. And because what wisdom would you share with the current leadership and board? At this point, they can't fire you, so you're welcome to just take some shots,
Well, I'll start out by saying I'm not sure they need any advice, because as I look at what's happened since I left and went into retirement, it's gotten nothing but better. The building itself, the programming, and I think the key thing for the future is to keep your ear to the ground, keep in touch with the community, keep in touch with the member institutions, and I think a very key part of this whole thing is the relationships that you build with those institutions. Mm-hmm. So the future job is going to be what it's been all along. Support the institutions that are here and what they're trying to do, and support the students who are here and what they're trying to do. So I think that's for the future, just keep it up. It's not something you're going to start because you've been doing it all along.
Well, that's where a board is so important, because the board members are the ones who really have their ears to the ground of what is needed. So
right.
Bravo, and we look forward to hearing from Board President later on the show.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you so much, Dr.
my pleasure.
McKeon.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. And we just want to remind everyone that, again, August 23rd is the big soiree. It is going to be at the Roanoke Hotel and Conference, Center. Just Roanoke.
Hotel Roanoke. Yeah.
You know what it is. Hotel Roanoke. It's a great place. So August 23rd, that is where the party is going to be. So we want to make sure that everyone is going to be there as well. And we just want to move into the next segment of this and talk about how the Higher Education Center is not designed to just revitalize this beautiful building, as you just mentioned, and all of the Art Deco that you just mentioned, Dr. McKeon, but it also is here to inspire the students and to impact the region, as we just discussed. And so we want to get to a video first, but what we're going to do is introduce Elizabeth Crandall. She is the student with the Diagnostic Medical Sonography Program.
That's right. And we're
You're
going
killing me with these. You didn't name it?
I didn't name it.
Okay,
I didn't name
all
it.
right,
But
I'll let
yeah,
you
so
go.
we're thrilled to have Elizabeth here. She's featured in this video about the program that we're going to play now.
My name is Elizabeth Crandall, and I am in the Diagnostic Medical Sonography Program. When I started researching a medical career that could fit into my life with my children and our busy lifestyle, we're looking at so much diagnostic imaging where we can diagnose things, and we're usually the first ones to see pathology before even other providers are able to see it.
My career aspirations are to work here in Roanoke for a little bit, and then I want to do travel sonography. I definitely want to do OBGYN. I love babies and working with women. We're constantly scanning, working with patients, and they're definitely preparing us to be able to do it once we graduate.
One thing that I really enjoy and love about this current program is the structure of it. We started off with learning normal anatomy and scan labs, which gave us the opportunity to get our hand on the probe and learn how to scan prior to our second semester where we went out for clinicals. After I finish the Diagnostic Medical Sonography program, I hope to eventually pursue higher education and get my bachelor's and hopefully work my way towards becoming a sonographer practitioner.
All right. Well, first of all, I think we needed to provide a little more of a send-off to Dr. McKeon for his...
Right?
And now let's welcome Elizabeth Crandall.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. What were you doing before you entered this program? Like, what was going on in your life?
So my husband and I, we pastor in Rocky Mount, Virginia. We pastor Blue Ridge Chapel, and so I was just a mom. We have 4 beautiful children.
Don't say just a mom, okay?
No,
I promise there is no more challenging degree that they can offer here than the one that you're. Okay.
So yeah, we had 4 kids. We were pastoring a church, and we still are. And there was just always this desire to be in the medical field, which is why I started researching what will fit in with my lifestyle, what will fit in with us and my passions, my desires and dreams. And so I started looking into what's going to fit in with our life. And so I found sonography was a perfect match because it offers the hands-on patient care, which is what I'm most passionate about. And it's a growing field that I believe is in the community. So that's why I found it.
And how long have you been in the program now?
So we started in January of 2024. So
Okay.
it's about an 18-month program, and you do have to do some prerequisites beforehand. So it's about a 2-year program in total.
What inspired you to do it? And maybe it was as simple as, hey, it was a perfect fit. I mean, and it's allowed to be that answer. Yeah, but was there anything that really just inspired you, like, hey, there's a couple perfect fits, but this is the right one?
Yeah. So like I said earlier, ever since I was a little girl, I always felt this drive that I was called to the medical field, and I couldn't explain it, and then I moved down to Virginia. I'm actually from Pennsylvania. We had our family, we had our growing family pretty fast, and so I just felt like there was still that desire in me, even with being a pastor. I wanted to be in the medical field. I remember going and walking in a hospital, and I felt like I should be here. There was just this drive in me that even with all the changes, I am meant to be here. And so that was kind of what inspired me. Is I love people, and so what better field to be in than in the medical field if you love people and patient care.
Lovely. Well, so what is like what has the experience been like here? Like how does it work to fit in with your work schedule, your parenting schedule? I mean, that's a lot.
It is a lot to juggle for sure. Life has been a little bit crazy for us with our 4 kids. I'm so thankful for my husband. He has been handling a lot for me while I've been on this journey of growing in my education. But it is busy. It's a full-time program, so you've got your class times, and then you have your clinical times. We have our lab times, so it's about a 5-day-a-week process.
Wow.
You know, not including homework and studying, but you know, when you're passionate about something, you make it work. And I'm thankful that the Roanoke Higher Education Center created this ability for us here in the Roanoke Valley, because I think it's a needed field. There's a lot of sonographers that would love to have had the opportunity that I have. It's just, you know, a few minutes away from my house. It's a 30-minute drive, but it's a lot better than many students have had to travel for hours to get to their school. And so I'm very thankful for this opportunity that the Roanoke Higher Education has provided us.
Lovely.
And I know you do not have a crystal ball, but what now? What's next?
So the next step for me is, well, right now I'm a student tech at Roanoke Memorial Hospital out of Carilion. So I go there, basically it's kind of like clinicals, but I'm being trained to kind of do the exams that we were taught to do in school. And so now I'm finishing out my career, or my education. I should be graduating in August officially.
All right.
I have a couple more weeks, yes.
That is a big one.
Yes.
Yes.
They're holding a 25th anniversary celebration for
Just
your
for-
graduation.
just for me.
That's the surprise.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
I know. So looking forward to graduation. I finish up clinicals here in the next couple of weeks. And so the next step is just to find a hospital and a place that fits with me and my lifestyle, you know, and it helps me grow in my goals as a future sonographer.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. Once again, thank you, Elizabeth, for being here.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, and with that, though, it is time, what we like to do on Buzz Life, thank you, is to have a musical guest, right? Just like the Tonight Show, right? So our musical guest tonight is Roanoke Higher Education Center's Student Services Coordinator, Dylan Dent. Dylan, would you give us a song? Yeah. Actually, let's let Elizabeth get back to her chair first.
Yeah, we don't want to get in front of you.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. One more time, everybody.
Can you guys hear me? Is it all good? Sweet. Yeah, that's my name's Dylan Dent, and I'm going to sing a song I wrote called Push It Back. I hope you guys enjoy it. What's the deal with all the silence? I can't confide in you anymore. And all my fear sounds like a siren. I wanna leave, but can't seem to walk out the door. 'Cause I don't care if it's in my nature. I'll push it back, I'll push it back. I don't care if it's in my nature. I'll push it back, I'll push it back for you. For you. Whatever is, whatever was, whatever will be. Double check the recipe, you deserve the best of me. You're not my enemy, I'll give you my everything. Take it all out to find my destiny. We'll keep this promise till the day that we both rest in peace. So go our separate ways and maybe we can let it be. As long as you and me try to turn the other cheek, I can break the habit for you, baby, because I don't care if it's in my nature. I'll push it back, I'll push it back. I don't care if it's in my nature. I'll push it back. I'll push it back for you. For you.
Right. Yeah. Dylan Dent, everybody.
Right? Nicely done. Nicely done, Dylan. I love that song. And I've got to ask, I must know, how did you get to be the NPR Song of the Week?
I don't know.
No PR, no marketing.
I got it.
These gigs?
It happened. No, so I play a lot of the Spot on Kirk. Is a venue downtown, and they invited me and a local semi-local radio station called WNRN also reached out to me, and they wanted to do a Roanoke showcase of some artists. So I was just like, yeah, sure, sounds fun. And then I did it, and they posted it, and I was like, that was cool. And then a couple weeks later, they were like, hey, you're gonna be on NPR, and I was like, oh,
okay, that's
wow,
so cool.
Wow.
Did you call everyone you know? You're like, listen, it's on today.
I texted, I gotta be
one or two people.
Whatever.
Young and hip and all that stuff. No.
The small desk concert's next. That's in your
I did audition, so I thought my
really?
I did, and I didn't get it, and so I was like, oh, maybe the NPR days are they're done, and then I got that, so I was like, oh, that's nice.
It's one step on the path to the small desk concert.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
So Dylan, I've just got to thank him because this is actually his second Buzz Live performance. When we first started the show was in February, but then a couple weeks after that in April, we were doing an episode, a show starring the VIA Centers for Neurodevelopment, which really provide a wealth of services for people of all ages who suffer from profound autism. And Dylan was kind enough to donate his incredible talents for that show. Had a beautiful story to share about kind of some family struggles that he has had with autism, and it was just a beautiful performance. So I want to thank you for once again being willing to share, even though you do work here, and maybe they were holding that over your head.
Happy to be here.
But just for your generosity in sharing. Is there a connection between your musical talents, what you're doing out in the world, with your work here and the students that you're helping here?
Maybe not on the surface, but I genuinely, when I try to write songs that are like functional or helpful for some reason to a person, not just myself. So encouraging, or shoulder to cry on, stuff like that. So I just like helping people. It's the same reason I'm here. I've actually worked in education for about 10 years. I used to work at Virginia Western as just like a regular tutor, and then I stepped up to a coordinator there, and now I'm a coordinator over here. So I just like helping people.
I love it.
It's a theme tonight.
Yeah, it is. Well, so what do you do here, like as student services coordinator? What does that mean?
Day-to-day basis, I make sure that, in theory, all of the students here can have access to some sort of educational assistance, academic success, whether it's helping learn how to take notes or speed read or just get your folder organized. I schedule the tutors. I tutor myself as well. And then anything else that people ask me to do that I can do, I end up doing.
I could have used your finance.
Well, when you're actually are offering programs and degrees from GED to PhD, that's a wide gamut. Yeah. And not only of programs, but also people who are participating in the programs. So I imagine, your students come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
And having to have someone like you there to help them navigate that, it's got to be challenging, but also, really rewarding.
Yeah, it is pretty rewarding. And I've nailed down learning fairly well. I was homeschooled, so I've been in college since I was 15 in just higher education, because they just kick you out to the local community college.
Were you valedictorian of your class?
Yeah.
All right. Very nice.
Of course.
Yeah. So you've had to navigate all this.
Yeah. So I've gotten really used to just learning independently and on myself. So whatever skills I learned through that experience, I pass on and help other people kind of learn at their own pace. So.
Yeah,
Lovely.
and learning is a skill in and of itself.
Yeah.
So to be able to help someone, tutor them, and teach them just how to learn, I mean, that opens the doors to everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's finance or marketing and communication that I like. It's all the things. Thank you so much, Dylan. I really appreciate it. And don't worry, we are going to hear from him again. That is not our last song from Dylan Dent. But what we want to transition to now is to talk about our partners here at the Roanoke Higher Education Center, JMU to be specific, and talk a little bit about their education leadership program.
My name is Dr. Jerry Hardy. The course that I teach, School Finance and Business Management with JMU, leads toward a master's degree in educational administration. And I really look forward to seeing our students achieve their goal of becoming a school administrator, assistant principal, or principal.
There you go. All right, well, please welcome up here Nick Schwartz, Dean of James Madison University's School of Professional and Continuing Education.
Thank you.
All right. Go Dukes, first of all.
Go Dukes.
Go Dukes.
Right? I hear that there are several connections to JMU, so that's awesome.
Indeed. Yeah.
Love to hear that.
My daughter, class of 2022.
There we go.
Yep. She loved the experience.
Bleed purple.
Bleed purple. So for whatever it's worth, I've never met anyone who is not incredibly passionate about going to JMU.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
It's a phenomenal place. So
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
I love to hear that.
Yeah. Well, so how's JMU's partnership benefited not only the Higher Ed Center, of course, by bringing your programs here, but also JMU?
Sure. So your introduction said I'm going to talk about the educational leadership program. I'm going to talk about our general approach here at the Roanoke Higher Education Center. First, I'm looking out in the room and I see individuals that I have known for 17 years. I've had the pleasure of working at JMU for 17 years now, and my original position at JMU had me working here. It was an assistant professor position teaching exclusively in our Master in Public Administration program. And the program the year before had made the decision to have a satellite program at the Roanoke Higher Education Center. Wow. So I have had a connection to the center since day one. Never did I know, one, that I would stay at JMU for this long, but I love the place, right? But two, I have such respect for the individuals who are in this building on a daily basis. I had the pleasure of working with Tom, so thank you for your visionary leadership. So let's give Tom another round of applause. But Kay had a former role when I first met Kay. She had a similar role that I had because I eventually became the director of the Roanoke Higher Ed Center, our MPA program here, and then the director of the MPA program. And then I had the awesome opportunity of working with Kay, I look out and I see Carla. So I have such deep respect for what happens in this building. I am an economic development guy, and this is a prime example of economic development. So your question, we were given the questions ahead of time, and so I could talk about this all day long. So I have a couple notes here to make sure that I don't talk past my time. First of all, it is about our shared vision to expand our access, right? Especially as a public institution, we're extremely interested in expanding that access, right? And so for JMU in particular, we're a national university. The programs that are run through the School of Professional and Continuing Education, we reach a national audience, but we're a state agency, right? So we have the responsibility of responding to the needs of the Commonwealth of Virginia. And so having our presence here at the Roanoke Higher Education Center allows us to expand our programs across the Commonwealth, which is really exciting. So extending our regional impact. And so from the Roanoke Higher Education's perspective, it is about making sure that they're being able to align workforce needs in the region to educational opportunities. And so that provides opportunities for institutions like JMU to be responsive to those needs, which is really exciting. Another thought that I had is that it allows us to have mutual visibility and credibility, right? So having a well-respected institution like a James Madison University provide programming here provides additional layers of respect, right? And just the visibility for JMU in general in terms of our reputation. And then finally, it allows us to provide and support innovative modes of delivery, right? So when I first started at JMU, I was to teach my class in person at the campus of JMU and live stream in here, That just did not work, right? No. We tested it. That was innovative at that time. That was 2008. But we realized that the students were not receiving the full benefit of having the in-person education. Mm-hmm. And so I was reminding myself, because I used to make the drive once a week, and it's an hour and a half drive. And they were night classes. I had early mornings all day, and then come here. I would leave at 9 p.m.
An hour and a half,
but
by the way?
An hour, right? And so
somebody's got a heavy foot.
On 81, but one of the things that I loved was that I could have dinner at K&W cafeteria beforehand, right? And so I just Googled, and they're still open, so that's awesome. So the next time I come, that's where I'm going for dinner.
Is that where you're going out as soon as you get
Maybe,
out of
we'll
this hot
see.
seat?
We'll see.
And you do know we have a musician here, so we can play you
There
off
we
the
go.
stage. You talked a little bit about the visibility for JMU. What hole and void would you say this fills if you didn't have the Roanoke Higher Ed Center to expand that visibility into other areas?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. We can reach an audience virtually, right?
Yeah.
But what is special about JMU is our dedication to the student and that in-person engagement, right? So we would miss that as an opportunity.
Right, absolutely, 100%.
Talk about some of the standout initiatives or success that you have seen or supervised, while for this partnership.
Yeah, so I appreciate the question, and we could talk all day long about the number of There we go. That's right. Get me off. We could talk all day long about the number of principals, of vice principals, of individuals who are in leadership roles within your regional school system tied to the educational leadership program, either through their graduate certificate or through the graduate program in general.
Yes, so school administrators, some of the other professions that people graduate from your program.
And that is a program that has been here on site. But I want to talk just very briefly about the MPA program that was here. We no longer offer that program here, but I was a part of that from day one, and that was directly responsive to the immediate needs at that time that the Roanoke Higher Education Center was hearing from the local governments and nonprofit organizations. And I had the pleasure of working with a number of individuals who were mid-career, who we saw them through graduation, who then took on significant leadership roles working for your local governments throughout the region and in nonprofit organizations, right? So maybe they were a program director before starting our program, but after they became the executive director. Or maybe they worked in the planning department, but then became the planning director or the county administrator, right? So that is why we do what we do.
How does the Roanoke Higher Ed Center help you expand those programs, all the ones that you just mentioned? I mean, I gather you could just do it all on JMU's campus.
We could, but we don't want to. And I don't want to as dean. One of my goals is to expand our geographic footprint across the Commonwealth of Virginia. We serve a national audience, but again, as a state agency, we have a responsibility to respond to the needs of the Commonwealth of Virginia, right? So having a space like the Roanoke Higher Education Center, and we have great classroom space and office space, allows us to provide that programming. And so a major goal of mine is to really expand our offerings here, which is a really exciting opportunity.
Beautiful, yeah. That deserves some applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then on the flip side, Roanoke Higher Education Center, what has made it a kind of an essential partner for JMU?
Yeah, I think that for that question, it would really be more about facilitating opportunities, right? And so I'm thinking about the future. And if we think about the fact that we want to expand our footprint, I go back to a meeting that we had a few months back that Kay and Carla helped organize, and that was directly in responsive to my desire to expand our offerings here. And we probably could have made it happen, but not as easily as Kay made it happen, of facilitating a conversation with the president of the Regional Chamber of Commerce and the economic development directors. They hear directly from their constituents what the workforce needs are. That was an extremely productive and meaningful conversation, where then we took that information, we went back, and we're developing programming, and we'll hopefully begin offering, actually I think we're already offering a project management, Kay's shaking her head yes, a project management class because of that meeting.
Lovely. Well, yeah, I mean, Roanoke is so great about being able to bring together the leaders, the stakeholders. Just anybody can do it because everybody's just so doesn't feel like a real hierarchy Here, it's just everybody's collaborative and wanting to work together. And then on the flip side, I don't think there's a prettier campus
We agree.
in the
Thank
Commonwealth
you.
than JMU.
Thank
It's
you.
Beautiful. So I appreciate you kind of taking some of that beauty there and spreading it out to the rest
Sure.
of the state. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Schwartz, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
All right, and I would love to hear another song.
Let's do it.
From Dylan Dent.
It's me again. Yeah, hey, it's me again. I'm going to sing a song called Lost in Translation. Both of these songs, by the way, are available on my album called Lubby Dubby. You can stream it everywhere if you'd like. Thanks. I woke up today and wrote you a song, and I know I'm probably doing it wrong, but I can't stop it now, the feeling's too strong. Oh, I don't wanna be lost in translation. Our love is lost in translation, yeah. Our love is lost in translation. Oh, I don't wanna be lost in translation. Oh, I don't wanna be lost in translation. Don't know if it's wrong, don't know if it's right. The only thing I know is one day you'll be mine, and I can see it now, I hold you so tight. Watch your beauty glow like a firelight. But our love is lost in translation, yeah. Our love is lost in translation. No, I don't wanna be lost in translation. No, I don't wanna be lost in translation. Our love is lost in translation, yeah. Our love is lost in translation. No, I don't wanna be lost in translation. No, I don't wanna be lost in translation, yeah. And this is you and this is me. This is everything we need. Don't give up, 'cause this is love. And this is joy and this is peace. This is everything we need. Don't give up, 'cause this is love. And this is you and this is me. This is everything we need. Don't give up, 'cause this is love. And this is joy and this is peace. This is everything we need. Don't give up, 'cause this is love. But our love is lost in translation, yeah. Our love is lost in translation. No, I don't wanna be lost in translation. No, I don't wanna be lost in translation, yeah. Our love is, oh, I don't wanna be, oh, I don't wanna be lost in translation, yeah.
All right. All right.
Dylan Dent of
Dylan.
NPR fame.
Dylan, one more time. If people want to listen to more of Dylan Dent, where should they go?
Yeah, so I'm available basically on all major streaming platforms, your Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Amazon Music. I think like other weird ones like Deezer, or if you have Tidal, if you're one of those guys, I don't know. Google Play, all that stuff. Bandcamp is a big one. If you like buying albums, you can support me and buy an album there. But.
All right, Bandcamp. Let's focus on the Bandcamp. All right.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Dylan. Stick around just because we have to play anyone off the stage. I kid. You know, the energy actually was amazing from everyone we've spoken to so far. The momentum is going. The last 25 years are getting us to where we are now in our story. And of course, don't forget the party August 23rd at Hotel Roanoke. That is going to be so much fun.
Indeed. Rob, we got a graphic about that we could throw up there?
Do we have like all the details?
We do. We have all the details. No, we do not have all the details, okay? Sorry.
August 23rd.
August 23rd. Education.edu, all right? The greatest website for an educational institution in the world. Education.edu.
But let's talk about the future, right? That's where we're headed.
So let's do some future. Absolutely. So part of that bright future is the Al Pollard Culinary Arts Program. And we have a video for that we're going to play, and then we'll have up our final two guests of the show.
Yep.
The Roanoke Valley, I'm proud to be at this Culinary Institute. It's one of the finer ones in the nation. We have great partnerships with Higher Education Center and Virginia Western Community College. Our students are a very diverse background, and we try to teach them the real practical skills, culinary fundamentals, but also how to behave in a kitchen, how to interact with diverse people, and how to focus on the business model of being a professional chef.
Well, I'm a native of Salem, Virginia, Roanoke. I grew up close to the Glenver area where I went to school, from grade school on through high school. I have a wonderful wife. She keeps herself very busy as well, very professionally minded, and we're blessed with a young 5-year-old son who has more energy in the world than I know what to do with. A lot of my interest in cooking came from my grandmother. She was a very accomplished home cook. The alchemy of it all really drew in my interest because it just seemed phenomenal to me that you take something like as simple as an egg and some butter and you were able to create something completely in contrast to what you thought it was to begin with.
Oh, that looks so delicious.
Yes.
So let's welcome to stage Kay Dunkley. She is the current executive director here at the Roanoke Higher Ed Center. And then Lynn Haith is the Roanoke Higher Ed Advisory Board Chair. Oh, I guess you have to hand the mic to him.
Yes. Thank you.
We needed to hear that.
Roanoke Higher Education Authority Board Chair.
Oh,
Authority Board Chair.
Authority Board. I said advisory.
You did. That's quite all right.
Yes.
My bad, Lynn.
Yes. He is our leader and he is our chair. We have a lot of respect for Lynn and his hands-on ability to help us grow, expand, and look toward the future. So
Lovely.
We appreciate him very much.
Well, 25 years. Wow.
Yes.
Let's talk about what does this occasion this year mean to you and the center?
And Michael, I first just want to say that yes, I'm the executive director, but I'm standing on the shoulders of Dr. Tom McKeon. And what a great example he is for getting us started, for being here at the right time, getting the institutions to come and deliver classes here. So another round of applause for Dr. Tom McKeon and he continues to be a coach and a mentor to me. Yeah. And there's another individual in this audience that I want to thank, and that is John S. Edwards. The vision that this man had for what this building could be transformed to, we are so indebted to you, John, and for your forward thinking and for your vision and for trusting in Tom McKeon and for trusting in me to be the leader of this higher ed institution. So let us recognize John Edwards.
Our former state senator, John Edwards. Thank you so much for being
Former state senator and a very hard, I would say that Tom McKeon was a very hard act for me to follow, but I don't want to speak for Lynn, but Lynn has had a great example from John and all of his. Absolutely. Okay, thank you.
Lynn, I would love to ask you just about your perspective on the longevity and the success and what it is that has has brought us to this moment, and I am sure many more to come.
Well, first of all, education.edu was a great start there again. Pretty fourfold. I think the ability to the center to, one of the programs that's offered with the partner institutions that are here, just as you described, Nick, and I think, all the other universities as well representative. Kay loves them, they love Kay, the programs are great, the community desperately needs those programs, the universities need to have a presence, to what you said. All that comes together, and we provided that here in a beautiful building that we've kept up when we renovate, and it's just a great center for that. And I think also the ability for the center to adapt to needs that are in the community, it's been essential. The program the young lady just described here, that wasn't here 25 years ago. Radford University, the nursing program coming here, I'm probably stealing your thunder, Kay, on that one, but being able to make that available, and there's others that Kay probably do a better job than I will to describe, but just the ability to adapt to the needs and the changing needs, because I remember my daughter started college, which, by the way, was at JMU, and in 2010, and she was told by the I forgot who was doing the tour that day, that when you graduate in 4 years, half the jobs that are existent today won't even be around. There'll be new jobs. There'll be jobs you don't even know about yet, and that's. So the same thing with this center and what's happened here, just to be able to adjust to what the needs are in the community. So.
Yeah, well, Kay, let's follow up on that, because there's
25 years. First and foremost, Michael and Becky, this ceremony is about our partner institutions, and we need to celebrate them. Mm-hmm. Think about the presidents of the colleges and the CEOs of the workforce agencies that made the pivotal decision to plan and deliver programs in Roanoke. What vision they had, and Nick Swartz was great at explaining that, what vision they had to come to an urban population and serve the needs and provide access to the citizens of this region. So that's the first thing that I think we should celebrate. The second thing is the students. Our adult learners work full or part-time. They are juggling family, they're juggling home, they're juggling children, they're juggling jobs, and all that comes with that. And they want to be here. They're motivated and dedicated. So think about their desire to start a new career. Think about their desire, Michael, to get upskilling for the jobs of today and tomorrow, and also to increase their earning potential and look for upward mobility opportunities. That's what it's all about. So this celebration is about our students and about our member institutions.
Bravo, bravo.
Bravo.
We can applaud that.
By far.
And Kay, are there any upcoming initiatives or programs that you're excited about that you could share?
Well, I'm excited about a lot of things. The expansion of the medical imaging program has been very exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing that grow. We thought we would just have the one cohort when we started it. So the program started in January of 2024. We have a second cohort that started in January of 2025. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. For Radford University to decide where's the best place to bring the majority of our nursing students, they made the decision to bring it here. And we are so thankful. Glenn Mayhew, our board representative, is in the audience. And what an exciting time for them to even do a further expansion, Tom, of the Simulation Center and add 2 more skill labs. What a great opportunity. Culinary arts doubled enrollments. I can go on and on about that. So
I was hoping we would have a little display here, a little tasting station.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I think it's just incumbent upon the leadership, not only the board, but a staff of 31 people here at RHEC to start planning, for what could be. And as Tom said, it's just keeping our ear to the ground being visible in the community and listening to what the business and industry needs, okay? Yeah. We now have a pharmacy school here. Think about that, a pharmacy school coming to the Higher Education Center, offering Pharm Tech, Doctorate of Pharmacy. An in-demand job. We know that all of our retailers are looking for pharmacists, as is our hospitals and so forth. So I'm excited about that and all the yet-to-be-determined programming that we can discover and what our community will tell us about.
Beautiful. Wow, yeah. Lynn, in addition to kind of keeping your ear to the ground on what all is needed, what are some of the other, I guess, priorities, or what do you see as the most critical priority that is needed for this center to continue flourishing in the next 25 years?
Wow. I think part of that would be just to make sure that and enthusiasm Kay has and her staff, for one, that's critical, and I don't see that changing as far as the enthusiasm of her entire team and all 31 people that are involved with the Higher Education Center. But I think just the ability for it to continue to be able to adapt to the needs in the community is essential. Fundraising is always essential. The board has that issue to have. We have a foundation board as well, and so the center requires funds like everything else does, and so that's essential. The keeping the word out like we're doing here today for the people who are aware of the programs. Workforce development is also going to be important, and not necessarily even necessarily someone getting a doctorate degree, but the GEDs are just as important. Absolutely. And so all of that is going to continue to change. And again, I think that the ability of the center to keep the word out in the community, to let people know that it's available, the different programs that are available. And so we're just not. I don't think we're a secret now, Kay, and we don't want to become a secret either. And I think the center will continue to thrive. We've got a board made up of private sector. We've got public servants on the board, and then we have universities. So the board's got a good mixture. And be honest with you, we just stay out of Kay's way and let her run the program. That's the best way of doing things.
Lynn, I'll ask this question really of both of you, but since you are the man with the mic, we'll start with you. Just talking about over the years, any moment that was maybe especially fulfilling in your leadership when it comes to the Roanoke Higher Ed Center.
Well, I've only been chairman for 2 years. Senator Edwards was chairman for a long time, and I certainly have not replaced him in any way because that's impossible to do. But I hit the timing right with the Radford transition, moving the nursing program in here. And I'm not so sure how much help I gave Kay. I just stayed out of the way because she had to find a lot of space. And you attest to that. And that was, to me, a yeoman's job to take a building that we just can't kick a wall out and add a floor to be able to move people around, to do some remodeling, a good bit of remodeling, and to make space to enable a program that needed to be in Roanoke to have a space to be in. So that, to me, I'll take that one.
Yeah, and how about you, Kay?
Yes, and I would be remiss, Michael, if I didn't recognize the strong partnership that we have with Carilion. Carilion has been very instrumental in, as has Lewis Gale and our assisted living and other healthcare agencies, of letting us know what the healthcare needs are. Tara Weideman is in our audience, and to have the Vice President of Recruitment and the Vice President of Human Resources to sit on our foundation board and to hear her voice and to have that input has been vital and so important, Tara. So very important. So thank you.
Beautiful. Well, we're at the end of our show, but I'm struck by the fact that here we're in this building that really was built for the industry of the past. Norfolk and Western Railroad. And here we are today with this, the industry of the present and the future, with all these great educational institutions and all the programs. And I love that from GED to PhD. That's a great tagline, by the way. All of this happening here that is really just propelling us as a region forward, thanks to the partner agencies, the students. Can't thank the students enough. and then the leadership. So thank you all so much. And all this gets to be celebrated on August the 23rd,
Absolutely.
the 25th anniversary celebration at Hotel Roanoke. Education.edu. Go get your tickets right now, okay?
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for all
Thank
that you've
you.
done. Thank you for inviting us to be part of this.
Thank you.
And how about we get all of our guests up here?
come on
So
up.
Tom, yes. And up here while Dylan plays us off. All right, thank y'all so much for being here tonight.
Thank you, guys.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, go do.
Yeah, go do.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm going to speak next to you just for a minute. Elizabeth, thank you so much. I'm like trying to get over to Elizabeth. How are you? Thank you so much. It was so much fun. It was so fun to hear the story, like to do each guest, to like
Yeah, sure.
hear
Yeah.
everything. Yes, it did. This gentleman right here is the man.
Let's get a picture here.